left the ranks of the Pro-Ams. He's been promoted to Pro and teams with Rouge Nico at Red Bull. Swanton in. Missing Project Tie, I believe, for today. So a couple of changes there made. And 16 on the grid today, no Hasses. Project Tie missing from Kix Albert. And I'll tell you who else is missing in a second when I work it out. Skippy and Sloth teaming for McLaren. We've got King Kong and Smug both in for Mercedes. Swanton and Late Bloomer for Alpine. Easy Life, as I said, now in the V-Carb with Syme. Syme leading the championship. Good evening to Easy Life in the chat. There we go, 16 of them, so no Hasses. And just one Ferrari Al Newt. Doesn't have a Pro-Am teammate anymore. And Senna's Pro-Am teammate missing as well, Project Tie. So good opportunity for 50 Gent to extend his Pro-Am lead. But he'll face competition, of course, from Skippy and Saintsy and King Kong, Late Bloomer, Rouge Nico, Easy Life. Still plenty of Pro-Ams in. Somebody's on their way, and is that Easy Life out first? Yes, it is. Very interesting pit exit here at Abu Dhabi. With the pit lane going underneath the circuit. And bringing the driver out basically straight into where the others will be racing. Syme also out there with Joker. We will do as we usually do and go for the first hot lap as Easy Life whacks that curb. Got to be careful on those. The weather says snowstorm about lap 18. I didn't know F1 had done an update to bring us snow, and especially not in the Middle East, but there you go. That's Nico in the chat. That'll certainly be an interesting addition. That's a notification telling me DRS is live. Here we go with the first hot lap then with Easy Life. Lots more of them now out on track. Simon Joker seems to be very close together as they begin their attempts. Just see them in the background there coming onto the straight. And Easy Life avoid the sausage curb this time. Comes through. There used to be a couple of chicanes down here, but it's now a long swinging left-hander. Good evening to Stacey in the chat. Before we come into this slower technical section, and Easy Life has invalidated there. So let's have a look at Syme and Joker, who are coming through together. And it's Syme who goes quicker, 123.0. The Joker's 123.5. Here is and he comes over 125.8. Mr. Pickle invalidated. Senna purple sector 2. Lake Bloomer's gone over with a 124.0. Hello to the random person advertising their Discord in the kick chat. Thanks for that. Senna goes third, 123.6. Smug 124.1. Sainsy also 124.1. Here come the Red Bulls. Rouge Nico 124.1 as well. So close to Saintsy's time. Jax 124.9. Good evening to Jonathan in both the chats. Thank you very much, sir. Mr. Pickle goes again, but I think he's smashed his front wing. No, he hasn't. It's the shadow on this dark Williams car in the night. It looked like it was missing, but it isn't. It's just very dark. No accidents for Mr. Pickle. Swanton goes fourth, and Mr. Pickle goes to P10, 124.2. Swanton 123.7 for fourth place, ahead of his teammate Late Bloomer. I am not doing comms on Wednesday, unfortunately. I'm not at home this week. Next week will depend when I get back, as I'm up north from Sunday to Wednesday, working in Wigan. But I am on the train back on Wednesday, so it will depend what time I get back. But this week, unfortunately, not.
Good thing Baker is back then, low.
Yes, I will hopefully tune in for a little while if I'm not busy. Good evening to Bazza in the chat as well. 3 chats on the go, of course. Jax has been disconnected. So let's try and invite him back. Not online at the moment, Jax. So maybe he's been properly disconnected. We'll try and get you back in. Just drop me a comment in the chat if you need an invite. Skippy out there now on his way. Easy Life out for another go as well. But so far nobody can get to Syme and Joker, who went simultaneously, and Syme has the advantage, a 123.0 his time. 50 Gent, the Pro-Am leader of the championship, is out there now as well, along with Easy Life. Yet to see Al Newt and King Kong as we enter the last 10 minutes of the session. Easy Life a 125.5. Skippy a 127.1. Maybe showing a little bit of ring rust. As he's not been racing for a little while. Masters Championship, Aston Martin, along with... Oh, hang on.
Please invite Jax.
Someone's going to have to re-invite me. I've just been kicked. Yeah. I will try to re-invite once I get invited back in myself. Someone needs to invite me back. There we go. That's quick. Thank you, folks. Yeah, Smug is sending me lots of invites. And there we are back in, so that helps. And Joker, there's a glitch on the screen of Joker's time. Let to see Al Newt. 50's out there with a 126.0. Jax needs to re-invite. There you go, Jax. And hopefully that doesn't happen again, because that was very annoying. But yeah, Jax is back in. 50's back in the pits. Here's King Kong. The Joker is showing us at the same time as Sime. I'm sure that's an error. Joker was about a 123.5. Before I got disconnected. Some yellows flashing around at the moment. King Kong's lighting it up purple through Sector 2. So let's stay with him as he approaches some traffic. Slow moving McLaren, I believe, is the cause of the yellow flags. Needs a clean run through Sector 3, does King Kong. As he comes to the end of his lap, he's got that. And a 123.7 puts him all the way up in 5th place and ahead of Late Bloomer. So it's a Pro-Am pole potentially for King Kong at the moment. Senna out there and lighting it purple. Can he make it up to the front row today? Epic victory last week, of course, on the line in Baku. Comes to the line now, and he does go to third, or stay third, I should say. 123.3, so still 0.3 off of Simon. Joker must have done the same time unless I'm getting real glitch on the timing screen. What I have is they both have the same time, and Syme set it first. Smug now up to 4th, 1:23.6 for him. Smug ahead of Swanton into 4th place. Late Bloomer now comes to the line, bit of a wobble, and a 1:23.6 puts him up to 4th. And that puts him in 4th place and Pro-Am pole. Al Newt on his outlap, yet to set a time. Senna coming round to box. Swanton improving. Good stuff from Mercedes and Alpine at the moment. 4, 6 and 5, 7 for them. Is Swanton now going to improve though? He does, and he goes 3rd. Ahead of Senna. So Swanton into 3rd. Easy Life improving. Al Newt is on his way. Three minutes left. You're about to see the mass exodus of cars from the pit lane to go for their final runs. Meanwhile, Newty just has to get a time on the board. I am getting some horrendous glitching in this lobby. Do apologise for that. As Easy Life goes to 12th, 1:24.4, ahead of Skippy and Jax Daniels. And Al Newton validates again. Good stuff from Easy Life, taking a 2nd off his previous attempt. Here goes Skippy, starting a lap. Jax is still in the pits. He got back into the session. He's now on his way out. But he needs a big improvement on this run. And I've been kicked again. Poxy game. Yes, I have pending invitations, I know. Let me get out of it first. Stupid game. Stupid lobbies. It's going to try and put me in a car if I'm not careful. Right. Apologies, folks, in the last couple of minutes of the session as well. I pressed join last time, maybe that was why. I'll press spectate this time. So here we go with about a minute or so left. Late Bloomer's out of here, but he is 5th at the moment. Ruznico goes to P7. Ahead of King Kong. Has Late Bloomer done enough for that Pro-Am pole? We shall see. Sainzy's out there. Everybody now out there. Getting towards their starting mark. Joker just starting his attempt. We've got Smug behind him. We have got Sloth now coming round to complete his hot lap. And he improves to P6 with a 1:23.6. Big lap from Sloth. 50 Gent on his outlap just in time, as is Al Newt. And the checker flag is about to fly. King Kong will be next. King Kong from 9th to 4th. 1:23.3 for King Kong to 4th place. Skippy into the pits. Here comes Sainsy. What's he going to do? From 10th, improves and stays 10th. Senna has crossed the line. Here come the Red Bulls. Jax is tearing time off. Where's he going to end up? It's P12 for Jax. He won't be happy with that. He's been out-qualified by his teammate Pickle. Up to 4th. 1:23.2 for Mr. Pickle. Symes in the pits. Joker has invalidated. So we're left with Smug. Smug goes 7th. 50 still out there. 50 and Al Newt. $50 Gent, the Pro-Am Championship leader. Doesn't climb. Al Newt goes 12th. So 50 is going to start at the back. It's pole for Syme. With Joker doing the exact same time, according to this glitchy lobby. Not sure how accurate that is. Senna and Mr. Pickle will share row 2. Then it's Swanton and the Pro-Am pole King Kong out qualifying his teammate, who will start just behind that Smug with Late Bloomer. Then it's Sloth and Rouge Nico to round off the top 10. Saintsy and Al Newt. Jax Daniels way down the order in 13th from Easy Life. Skippy and 50. There you have it. 1:23.035. It was Syme's first banker lap. Easy Life says that is right. Thanks for that. Joker matched it, but Syme, by way of having done it first, gets the nod. I'm reminded of a real life one with Villeneuve, Frentzen and Schumacher, I believe. Both Williams and Schumacher's Ferrari all doing the same time. We will see the pit wall for a little while as the drivers get their fuel loads and strategies sorted out. Apologies if we do lose connection again with the lobby. If that does happen, we will try and get back in as quickly as we can. That'll rely on somebody inviting us. Where I know you're all racing, so I understand if that's going to take a minute. The championship standings then see Syme leading the way by 5 points from Joker. Mr. Pickle is a further 2 back. Swanton 7 behind that in what looks like a 4-way title race. Syme leading the way without winning a race yet. But he's been in the top 5 all 4 times. With 2 seconds and a third. Senna trying to join in after a slow start. 1 in Baku, followed by Jax Daniels and Smug. The Pro sees a similar story, but Swanton's a bit closer, and Mr. Pickle is actually second. Syme leads the way though. The Pro-Am sees 50 Gent with an opportunity today to extend his lead on Project Tie. Also a chance for King Kong, Skippy, Late Bloomer and Saintsy to close the gap on Project Tie for second. Rouge Nico and Easy Life also. And the team stand is a nice gap for Aston Martin over Kick-Sauber and Alpine. That's Williams and V-Carb. Haas and Ferrari down at the bottom. Red Bull with new personnel will look to climb the table, as will Mercedes and McLaren, now that they're once again double-handed today. That brings you right up to date. I'll take you through the tyres on the formation lap. Find a tissue to blow my nose. So it looks a clear evening in Abu Dhabi. Here comes the formation lap. Well, it's a mix of mediums and hards. And let's see which teams are going the same. Let's have a look. V-Carb, Easy Life in 14th is on the hards. Syme getting a bit of a gap in front on this formation lap. Here's on the mediums. Joker and 50 both on mediums. 50 is last, 16th place, and Joker second. Senna's got no teammate to concern himself with today. He is on the mediums. Mr. Pickle and Saintsy 4 and 11 are both on mediums. Swanton and Late Bloomer. Swanton's on the hards in 5th. Late Bloomer on mediums in 8th. This is interesting. Mercedes 6 and 7 both on the mediums. So some communication might be needing to be done there. The McLaren pairing of Sloth and Skippy both on the hard tyres to start. They're 9 and 15. The Red Bulls, Rouge Nico in P10, Jack Daniels in 13. Rouge Nico on mediums, Jack's on the hard tyre. And the other teammateless driver today, Al Newt, is on the hard tyre in P12. There we have it as Syme is reaching the grid, along with Joker. Some of them are not even barely into sector 3. A big wait for the front runners as Al Newt and those behind him are coming round very slowly. You'll just see Al Newt appear. There he is. Bit of glitching to go with it. This lobby really not a friendly one for me today. But here we go anyway. DRS disabled for the first lap, of course. 5 lights go out. And we're underway. And Joker got a seemingly good start off the line. And can't quite get up the inside of Syme. Mr. Pickles on the inside of Senna. But can't make that happen. Jax has made a few places towards the back. He's up to 11th. Are they all going to get through there safely? Swanton now going up the inside from around the outside. Sorry, Mr. Pickle into the wall. Into the wall. That's Saintsy and Rouge Nico. And we've got a virtual safety car. Saintsy and Rouge Nico into the wall. And it's a virtual safety car. 50 Gent has overtaken about 5 drivers. And now having to give those places back. Rouge Nico with major damage Sainsy as well. No sign of the safety car. Both of them quite fortunate to be back, to be still going. It's certainly looked like it could have been a DNF, but we are racing again. With Syme in the lead. 1 or 2 stop strategies with no use of the softs, says Amazon. Syme leads them through the first lap. Joker second, then Senna, Mr. Pickle from Swanton, then Smug, King Kong, Lake Bloomer. Into the pits come the back two, Rouge Nico and Sainsy. Jax is up to 9th. Great start from him. He's followed by Sloth, Al Newt, Skippy. And 50 Gent, Easy Life. And the two in the pit box are Sainsy and Nico. Are we going to get a change of lead? Yes, we are. Joker into the lead. And look at the Mercedes making a move. We lose them just quickly. And a bit of contact maybe, or a bit of glitching, who knows? But Smug is going to get that place on Swanton. Syme retakes the lead, but goes wide. Joker now chasing him back up. Syme does retake the lead from Joker, then Senna, Mr. Pickle. Smug got by Swanton. King Kong, Lake Bloomer, Jax Daniels, then Al Newt from Sloth and Skippy. Mercedes, the McLaren's now closer together. Syme, fastest lap, no. Senna, no. Smug. Smug with the fastest lap now. A lot of the overtaking will be down this long back straight with the DRS. Syme surely going to be a sitting duck, maybe for more than one of them, as the DRS opens for everyone. And big weaving going on in behind. Joker takes the lead. Swanton has got back past Smug. And Easy Life made a move on Skippy. Syme going to try and chase that lead back again, as he did on the previous lap. Smug is going round the outside of Swanton. They're side by side again, the two league owners. And Smug makes it work for now. Skippy repassed Easy Life. Sloth made it past Al Newt into the top 10. Fastest lap this lap goes to Joker. Alpine and Mercedes scrapping. Smug, Swanton, King Kong, Lake Bloomer. King Kong and Lake Bloomer, that is for the Pro-Am League. These two in front though are the ones who have been swapping positions. Joker seems to have got away from Syme a little bit. Let's see just how strong this DRS is though. Let's see if Syme can close in. He can't, not for a move this time. Swanton has got back ahead of Smug. Followed through by King Kong and Lake Bloomer, who's now got Jax Daniels on his tail. Syme now getting closer in terms of a move for the lead. And Mr. Pickle and Senna going at it. Mr. Pickle goes up to 3rd. Pickle up to 3rd ahead of Senna. And now having a look at the back of Syme as well. They've just got away from Swanton a little bit as Swanton battled the Mercedes. They've not gone away by too much. And it'll be, as it goes on, the hard tyre comes into its own. Certainly been a good start for Jack Daniels. And not so for his teammate Rouge Nico, who along with Sainsbury is detached at the back, having had to make a pit. Who's making a move this time? It could be Pickle again. Mr. Pickle side by side with Syme, and passing Syme on the inside. Senna had a look as well late. Pickle goes wide, and Syme's going to come back up his inside. And Syme retakes second after Mr. Pickle made a bit of a mistake, but then he's going to go the long way round the outside of Syme, and that's a lovely move by Mr. Pickle, and up he goes to second place. All this battling has now invited Swanton and the Mercedes pairing and Lake Bloomer and Jax to all close in. The top 9 all within a second of the car in front. Jax having a good look, trying to find a way past Lake Bloomer. Sloth a couple of seconds back, defending from Al Newt, and a bigger gap to Skippy. Easy Life in 13, now chased by 50 Gent. Joker has the lead but hasn't managed to break away. Mr. Pickle second. Swanton now very involved in this battle at the front. Who's going to get the most drive here? Is it going to be Mr. Pickle for the lead on Joker? He's having a look. Joker goes defensive. Syme, Senna, Swanton, Smug, King Kong and Lake Bloomer now. King Kong and Lake Bloomer both having a look, going for Smug here. This is the battle as well for the Pro-Am lead. And King Kong defends well from Lake Bloomer, who has Jack Daniels to worry about behind him. Very close together. Oh, I've been disconnected again. Yeah. Gonna need a re-invite, folks. Lobby really not behaving itself today. That's the third time it's happened.
This game just doesn't seem to like you tonight.
Correct, it really doesn't. Obviously, the drivers are actually racing now, so I can't expect an invite quite as quickly. But, yeah. Can't really do anything else but wait for an invite. Thanks, Nico. Thanks very much, Nico. Much appreciated. We are loading back in. Hopefully we haven't missed too much. Joker still leads. Mr. Pickle second, then Syme. Into the pits is Smug. Senna 4, Swanton 5, King Kong still ahead of Lake Bloomer but has dropped away. Syme going back to second, maybe going to first. Joker going very defensive. Can Simon get in there? Not quite, but he does pass Mr. Pickle. Great stuff. The battle for the Pro-Am lead. Also on a spin for Late Bloomer. Late Bloomer spins. Late Bloomer spins. Pickle and Swanton scrapping. Senna as well. King Kong now has dropped places. Jax is up to 6th. From Al Newt and Sloth. King Kong is now the Pro-Am leader after Late Bloomer's spin. And damage as well for Late Bloomer. He's not going to be a happy bunny. Then Skippy, Easy Life, 50 Gent. Smug rejoins down in 14th. Still ahead of Rouge Nico and Sainsy. Syme back into the lead. From Joker, Pickle, Senna and Swanton. They're all very close together. Pickle looking for a move. Bit of DRS checking going to happen here, I think. We'll have to stay in line there. Jax maintaining 6th ahead of Al Newt and Sloth. King Kong dropping back a bit now. Senna now losing out to Swanton, is he? Swanton couldn't really turn in because Mr. Pickle was right there. And Senna regained the place. Al Newt now making a move on Jax Daniels. But Jax stays ahead. Mr. Pickle, the first penalty of the race. And as we say so often in DRS, that's going to cost him. Certainly one of the most penalised drivers by the game. Lap 10 of 29 into the pits comes 50 Gent. Thought Swanton had gone a little bit deep there, but still maintains right up with them. All of them in a DRS train, a big line. Jax ahead still of our Newton Sloth. Skippy now passing Late Bloomer, who hasn't boxed with that broken front wing. Joker going for the lead. And Joker now back ahead of Syme into the lead. Pickle and Senna right still there. Swanton clinging onto the back of them. And now up the inside goes Mr. Pickle and Syme. And a very difficult place to overtake. That was a bold attempt, but he didn't quite get it done. And now off into the pits goes Mr. Pickle. Pickle into the pits. Front four continue on. Al Newt and Jax Daniels and Sloth now closing in on them as they battle. King Kong's into the pits. Late Bloomer's into the pits. So a lot of the medium runners finding that lap 10 or 11 are about where they're going to pit. Easy Life's up to 9th. Smug back into 10th. And Pickle rejoin in 11th place behind Smug. Kong and Late Bloomer are going to be right near Sainsy here. But are they going to be ahead? Late Bloomer just ahead of Sainsy, right into his path. And Rouge Nico is there as well. Back to the front where Al Newt and Jax Daniels are scrapping again. And the Newty went wide. Al went wide having made the move, and Jax got it back. And now Newt now up the inside. And wide goes Jax. And a bit more glitching just to make it more fun. And Jax keeps the place. Meanwhile, Senna is going to take the lead as Syme and Joker both pit. So Senna into the lead from Swanton. Jax, Al, Newton, Sloth still continuing, as does Skippy into 6th. Smug is going to get these two as well. So Smug, Easy Life, Mr. Pickle. Undercut has worked for Mr. Pickle. He's going to be ahead of the two of them. Swanton takes the lead. Al Nuke takes 3rd from Jax Daniels. Mr. Pickle has managed to undercut Joker and Syme, but he's now stuck behind Easy Life, who Syme might fancy as a bit of a help here, but Pickle has cleared him. As Al Newt is passed again by Jax Daniels. An awesome battle here. And it's currently for 3rd place, having not pitted yet. Smug's early stop has helped him. He is in 7th place at the moment. And he's ahead also of Mr. Pickle, Joker and Syme. 50 Gent down in 15th place behind Saint C, but ahead of Rouge Nico. And now into the pits comes Senna. Senna, the last of the medium runners to box, as Joker passes Easy Life. And Easy Life moves aside for Syme. 50 Gent gets a penalty. And these are all going to fly past Senna, I think, as he's in the pits. Is he going to come out behind Easy Life? Yes, he is, I think. He has come out behind Easy Life, so Syme will hope for a bit of a favour now from Easy Life to hold Senna up. But no such luck, because Senna's going to make a dive right up the inside straight away. Big move from Senna to clear Easy Life there. Syme and Joker going at it again. And Syme retakes the place. Al Newton Jax still at it again. Al Newt back into 2nd place. And he's only a second behind the leader, Swanton. So it's remained extremely tight and extremely close throughout this race. Nobody really able to break away thanks to the constant battling. Swanton leads Al Newt 2nd. Jax Daniels in 3rd. Then Sloth. Target for the hard time. Was there contact there? Or was it a glitch? I'm not sure. Nobody got any damage. Target for these tyres got to be about lap 17 based on the pit stops that have already happened. Syme, fastest lap of the race as he tries to chase down Mr. Pickle. Easy Life finally into the pits. Maybe a bit early for the hard tyres. He's got to go longer now on the mediums. He will be passed by everyone, I think. And he will rejoin in 16th place. All 16 still running on about halfway through the race now. Lap 14 of 29. Almost halfway. Joker goes past Syme. Al Newt goes past Jax Daniels. Sloth trying to get involved behind the two of them. Sloth could have a run here at Jax. Biding his time behind these two. So target lap probably 17 for the hard runners, as Smug making a move on Skippy. Syme picks up a penalty. Smug and Skippy followed by Pickle, then Joker. Oh, it's done it again. I don't know, folks. Ignore the car pulling up because that's just me being disconnected again. Just going to need another invite when you can, folks. It's starting to piss me off now, but what can you do? Oh dear. Very annoying. Oh. Thanks, Nico. Cheers, Nico. We will hopefully get back in. One more with somebody. Is it going to give me a menu or anything? Yes, it is. Lap data, please. Tyre data, please. So Jax is the leader. Al Newt and Sloth. So Swanton has boxed and come back out in 11th. Sy making a move on Smug and almost into the back of Mr. Pickle. Had to get it slowed down quick there and did so. Al Newt and Jax Daniels side by side for the lead. Still side by side. Mr. Pickle making a move on Joker. Swanton making a move there on King Kong as well. We're up to 10th. It's Jax, Al Newt, Sloth and Skippy who haven't pit yet. And now into the pits comes Sloth and Jax. And Al Newt picked up a penalty. So Al Newt leads, but does pick up a penalty. Jax and Sloth will rejoin quite a way down the field. But we'll have fresher tyres. Jax rejoins in 10th. Sloth in 11th. Nico now picks up a penalty and is in the pits for a second time, as is Sainton. They both boxed on lap 1, remember. Al Newt and Skippy, the last two standing. Al Newt leads. Skippy's down in 7th. Mr. Pickle and Joker scrapping. Smug's early pit stop, if the tyres last, has got him right in contention. Swanton's longer stint, not so much at the moment, but he has cleared Skippy and King Kong since coming out. Senna trying to make a move on Smug. Gets it. Al Newt now into the pits, so Joker will take the lead. Then Mr. Pickle, Syme, Smug, and then Swanton. King Kong and Jax will go through. Our Newt exiting. Could be close between him and Sloth, but I think Sloth's got it. Sloth does have it to 9th. Our Newt in 10th. Late bloomer, who did fix his wing eventually. 50 Gent from Skippy. Who's going to be passed? Is he by Easy Life? Not quite. Jack's making a move on King Kong. Just how much quicker will the medium runners be now? Swanton is closing back up on the leading bunch. Senna's making a move on Syme. We saw their drag race to the line in Baku. And Senna back up to third place. Joker leads from Mr. Pickle. Senna's got nearly a couple of seconds to find. Then it's Syme, Smug, Swanton and Jax closing in on them. And King Kong from Sloth and Al Newt. King Kong has the Pro-Am lead. Jax has the fastest lap of the race. I'm sure that Late Bloomer will not be amused with what happened to cause his damage, and maybe King Kong could be in some hot water. 50 Gent in the pits for a second stop. Pickle going for the lead. Into the lead goes Mr. Pickle. But Joker got incredibly good drive out of the corner and should get it back, and does quite comfortably. Senna closing that gap now. Then Syme, they're increasing the gap to Smug, whose pace is just not holding up on the older hard tyres at the moment. May have to pit again with still 10 laps to go. Swanton and Jax are closing the gap. They've pulled away now from King Kong and Sloth. Whereas Nico and Sainsy are close together again. Remember, they were very close together when they were both in the wall on lap 1. They are currently the back two. All 16 of them still going on lap 20 of 29. And it's anybody's race to win. Joker leads. Mr. Pickle. Rouge Nico now making a move on Sainsy. Senna in third from Syme in fourth. Gap forming to Smug. He's got a gap closing to Swanton and Jax behind him. Sloth now closing the gap on King Kong. At the moment, Kong is safe at the front in terms of the Pro-Am race. With Late Bloomer second and Skippy in third from Easy Life. Right now, Sloth looking for a move. We'll keep an eye on the front runners as well as Al Newt picks up a penalty. That's not his first one, I don't think. Swanton has now attached himself to the back of Smug. And the front four have pulled a big gap. And what happened there? A bit more glitching and ghosting. Swanton makes the move on Smug. No, he doesn't. Smug pits. We said he might have to pit again, and he has had to pit again. So into the pit lane comes Smug. He'll be passed by King Kong, Sloth, Al Newt. Be close between him and Late Bloomer, I think, for P10 as he comes out on a fresh set of mediums. Here comes Late Bloomer. Smug is underneath. And Late Bloomer goes through. There is Smug. Where is Skippy? Too far back. So Smug will rejoin in P11. Mr. Pickle back into the lead. Look at the four of them. Almost four wide. Senna, Syme, Mr. Pickle and Joker. Almost four wide down this straight. Who's going to get it? Joker into the lead. Senna in second from Mr. Pickle now. Senna tries to switch back. Incredible racing. Mr. Pickle's dropped from first to fourth in that sequence. Al Newt made a move on King Kong. who now doesn't have a buffer between him and Late Bloomer, but he does have an 11-second gap. The battle for the lead continues though, with Jax Daniels and Swanton 3 seconds back from it. Syme's gone wide and off there. And lost a place to Mr. Pickle. Senna could be going for the lead here with the DRS on Joker. Joker, middle of the track, trying to go defensive. Into the lead, round the outside goes Senna. Swanton makes a move on Jax Daniels for P5. In the background, are they going to be catching up? Let's see. As Smug makes a move on Late Bloomer for P10. Senna's lead did not last long. Joker back into the lead. Oh, it's done it again. Poxy game. I'm sorry, folks. I'm really annoyed with this. 4 or 5 times. Four or 5 times it's happened now. And I was quite enjoying that battle as well, not gonna lie. So again, if anyone can invite me back, fair enough. If not, then unfortunate. Oh, shit. Sorry folks, don't know about whether we're going to get back in or not. Highly irritating. Cheers, Nico. Hopefully get him for the last couple of laps. At 24 or 29 according to the lobby thing there. So hopefully an interesting last few laps to bring you, if the bloody game lets me. Joker leads. Senna second. Gap then to Syme. Senna going for the lead once again. Syme, Mr. Pickle, Jax Daniels, Swanton from Sloth. Al Newt in the pits again is Smug. So must have caught some damage from somewhere. He's going to go for a fastest lap attempt. Senna and Joker side by side again. Look at the 4 in behind. Jax Daniels trying to get past Mr. Pickle now. And up the inside he goes. And did Mr. Pickle go off there? Sainsy picks up a penalty. Pickle maybe got nudged out by Jax, and it's allowed Swanton through. Al Newt scrapping with Sloth. They've dropped King Kong, who's still got a comfortable gap to Late Bloomer. Jax now making a move on Syme. Up the inside. Beautiful. Mr. Pickle, another penalty. And into the pits. And another penalty. Speeding in the pits, Mr. Pickle. It's all gone wrong for Pickle, and he's pit and quit. Pickle's out of here. The first DNF of the race. And it's a pit and quit for Mr. Pickle. Hopefully his car doesn't come out and cause carnage. Senna and Joker scrapping for the victory. Jax now ahead of Simon Swanton. Simon going for the inside on Jax, but Jax defends it. Pickle's car has come back out onto the track as Simon makes a move on Jax. And Swanton's right in there as well. Sloth makes a move on Al Newt. And Newty's going to try and go back round the outside. Lovely move by Al Newt to stay ahead of Sloth. 3 laps or so, 4 laps to go. 26 of 29 now. Joker from Senna. Could be another very close finish involving Senna, just like last week at Baku. Simon trying to keep Jax and Swanton at bay. Doing so there. Sloth trying to chase down Al Newt. This has been a good battle. Rouge Nico again trying to get to Sainsey. These two have been in tandem the entire race since ending in the wall on lap 1. Smug just looking for a fastest lap. He's down in 15th now. Just check who has the fastest lap on the stand. It is Jax at the moment. 3 laps to go. Joker still from Senna. Jax right up there despite a poor qualifying. Now battling for a podium. Trying to make a move on Simon once again. Simon using all his experience to try and defend. Rouge Nico picks up a penalty. Swanton went a bit deep there and cost himself a little bit of time behind Jax and Simon. Senna trying to use the DRS but not close enough to get past Joker on this lap. He's close enough now, but we go into a tricky set of corners that are not easy to pass on in Sector 3. So Joker has 2 more laps to defend that lead as he starts lap 28. Penalties are going to affect it as well as 50 Gent passes Easy Life. Penalties could affect that one as well. He's got 3 seconds to try and get away from Easy Life. Al Newt has 6 seconds of penalties. It will cost him a couple of places at the moment. Symes' 3 seconds are going to cost him a couple of places as we stand. So 50's got to try and get 3 seconds away from Easy Life to take 4th place in the Pro-Am race. King Kong is the leader of that from Late Bloomer and Skippy. But we go to the front of the field as Senna is very, very close again, but not getting by. Swanton has now dropped back from Jack Daniels. He wants to watch that he doesn't drop too far back from Syme. There's 3-second gap, of course, would lead to Syme keeping that place ahead of Swanton. King Kong making a late close on Sloth. He's going to get Al Newt as well. Final lap of the race then. Senna, can he do something on this last lap? Can he find a way by Joker? Jax, I think, has settled for taking the podium on penalty. Doesn't need to do anything silly. Senna looking for a slipstream. Joker looking to defend. Senna maybe biding his time for the second DRS straight. Joker gets a decent exit though. Here comes Senna. Is he going to be able to get past? He goes for the outside. He's going to go for it. Joker turns in ahead of him. Is there a switchback? Yes, there is. Yes, there is. Senna into the lead. Senna into the lead. Can Joker fight back? Jax has passed Syme for P3 on the road. Smug making up a place on Nico at the back. Senna has the lead. Coming to the last corner. And Senna is going to make it back-to-back victories. Joker is second. Jax Daniels, what a race from him in third. Syme comes home fourth, but will lose that to Swanton on penalty. Swanton fourth, Syme in fifth. Al Newt will come home next, but lose that to Sloth and King Kong. King Kong didn't quite get to Sloth, but he is the Pro-Am winner. Sloth in sixth, King Kong 7, Al Newt 8. Lake Bloomer will come home for second in the Pro-Am and 9th overall. And then it'll be Skippy for third place in the Pro-Am and 10th overall. 50 Gent has made 6 seconds on Easy Life, whose medium tyres just died on him, I think. So 50 will take 4th in the Pro-Am and 11th overall. Easy Life struggles home on the tyres then for 5th and 12th. Sainsey will be next, but drop behind Smug on penalty. I'm not sure if Rouge Nico managed to jump Sainsey or not. That depends on penalties as well. But Senna goes back to back. Driver of the day, I can't argue with that. Jax Daniels started down in 14th, I think. Somewhere like that. And ended up on the podium. But it's back-to-back victories for Senna. And it's back-to-back last lap wins for Senna. Just what Kick Sauber needed in the absence of Project Ty this week. Joker second for Aston Martin. Jax Daniels, his Red Bull debut brings him a fastest lap, a podium and a driver of the day. Swanton in 4th for Alpine ahead of Syme on penalty. Mixes the Drivers' Championship up nicely with Senna. Back-to-back wins joining the fight. Sloth in 6th, good performance from him. King Kong, the Pro-Am winner, in 7th. Al Newt was 8th from Lake Bloomer, 9th. Second in the Pro-Am, and Skippy on the podium as well for P10 and 3rd overall. 50 Gent, Easy Life, Smug, Sainsey and Rouge Nico with the other finishers. And Mr. Pickle, it all went wrong picking up penalties. And Pit and Quit would have been all finishers apart from that. So apologies for the breaks in play there. Thank you very much, especially to Rouge Nico, for inviting me back in multiple times during the race. That is appreciated. Easy Life says 78% wear on the tyres. I did think so when I saw that 50 had gained 6 seconds on him on the last lap. Just a little bit too early pit stop off the hard tyres. that brings us to the end of another DRS Monday. I am away next week, so I'll see you again, DRS folks, in a couple of weeks' time. And hopefully someone else will do the comms in my place next week. And I'll tune in and say hello. But until then, I've been Blobby Butler. This has been DRS Monday. Senna, back-to-back victories for the Kick Sauber. See you again.